G'day viewers, and thanks for watching potential Mythic Spellbook players. In this video, what I'm doing is I'm talking to one of my guys who's asked me to run through the hiring process and understand the mechanics and some of the potential ROIs for their node, and he's allowed me to record it, and so I'm going to share that with you. Just know none of this is financial advice. Any facts and figures that are presented in this video were correct at the time of viewing. However, that may not be the time. So when you guys decide to come on board within the investment into Mythic Spellbook, but this will show you how, if you're not an investor, you can actually set it up so that you can invest and somebody can manage it, much like you would with a superannuation fund or a management fund that's managing your money, or even like if you got real estate and they're looking, you've got a manager of the car. This is the same sort of principle. All right, so we'll dive into it, and over to you. All right, see you boys and girls. We're going to walk through this.
Yes.
All right, so head over to broadcast. Okay, and then into Mayor Hall. Yeah. All right, so what you're looking at here is where the engagement and contracts happen for engaging a mayor. All right, so basically what you can do is if there's anybody else in here, you can have a look at them and offer the contract. Now, what I would get you to do, because this is my listing, all right, so you can actually counter your offer. Now, I want to confirm that that's actually going to be able to happen, all right, because I've currently got 30%, 70%. We see here, we've got a little square box in front of split by the revenue. What that means is the cards that are generated from activities within the city, going from the city, all right, is split by the 30% mayor, 70% owner. All right, so if we get 10, you get 7, I end up with 3. Then you've got split by the revenue share, and you see like a little mining pickaxe. That refers to the resources within the game. All right, so for all the cinder that gets generated, 30% will come my way, 70% will go your way.
Okay.
Now, some people
and cinder is just cinder, and the cards are the ones that have different value words.
Yes. So the cards are what makes up the player's decks, and some of them are really valuable, and some are just broke. So some are just no good at all. All right. The higher the type of card and the value it has, the less likely it is to fall as well, which is part of the rarity of the cards, which is what actually increases their value.
Okay.
All right. And that's generally like, so let's put out the cards in total. So right now, most of the mythic level cards, which is the top level card, are very rare. But what will happen is as players start to play, there'll be some cards that will be found that might be common, but will become valuable because of their effects within the game as well. All right. So there can be some significant value. Now, I don't see that in the short term, but in the medium to long term, some of these cards could be $10, $50, $100 each.
Okay.
All right. The revenue from the resources, so there's a whole bunch of resources that get created within the game. A lot of that is created from the cities, which then can be shifted out into the game itself for creating cards, for building assets within the camps, and used for businesses within the game as well. All right, so they have a monetary value as well because of what they can do in the game. Okay, so while we've been talking about how much a node can generate in cinder, they can also generate from the resources that the node produces. And right now, I don't have a way to sell a city that I control, the resources that are generated by the city at the moment. It's something that I'll be negotiating with Seth about. Okay, we need a system whereby resources generated from a city that are controlled by a mayor can actually be sold on behalf of the owner of the node to generate more cinder.
Because before you do that, you'd have to get permission from the person who owns the node.
Correct. Correct. So this contract that we've got here, it does speak to that, but doesn't formally speak to that. All right. So that's something that I'll be going over with Seth about. Okay, these are some, and I've already sent him a whole bunch of stuff that I want for mayors to be able to do with node owners who are not playing the game. All right. At the moment, that's still a
Yes,
work in
because
progress.
having to get permission from them to move things around and could potentially slow you down. Yeah.
Yeah. So this covers this. So this contract here, that if you offer the contract, speaks to the three components, which is the cinder generation, the card generation, and the resource generation. Okay. But it doesn't speak to how do I manage the resources in the game. So once the city is built, it's just going to generate resources. Now, some of that will be used for maintenance of the city. Okay. And repairing and building new buildings if they get destroyed or wear out, because buildings do wear out. All right. So there's a maintenance cost as part of running the node as well. But the way I build the nodes, there'll be a surplus of resources, and we'd be looking for a way to actually sell that, so to generate more cinder for the node owner.
Okay.
All right. And so this is the starting point for somebody like yourself who doesn't want to get involved in too much in the game, but wants somebody else to run their cities, is if we use these contracts to register those. Now, right now, they don't have a time frame. They are open-ended. I would like, and I'm going to discuss with Seth about having time frames on these, because I think open-ended.
Because I can stop it anytime I want to.
That's right.
But then if you wanted to pick it up, you would have to accept it as well.
Yes. Yeah. So you can see on this page, this is where you offer the contract. So you can say, you know what, I want to pay them more, or I want to pay them less. Or, you know what, I'm happy with the split. So you can see that little white dot there. You can move that along in the middle there, revenue split. You can change that up or down. It's up to you. But that once that is set and you send it, I can decline it or counter offer.
Okay.
All right.
Are you willing to go 30, or can we start off at 20 until I see produce some results?
No. Baseline is 30.
Hey, I gotta negotiate.
Nice try, brother. Yeah.
Because you made me laugh. How about we do 35%? How about that?
No, leave it at 30.
Okay.
Leave it at 30. And this is something we can, like, this is all performance based as well. All right.
Yes. So okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So we can, and you can cancel this at any time.
But there aren't too many people who I know that would be mayors who can do what you can do. So I have to be careful with how I hire and fire people as well.
Right now,
is real life.
That is true. But
so,
yeah,
paid and sender would be what? What would that be like? Just an extra little bonus, or how does this work?
No. So when we're talking revenue split, so the city will generate cinder. All right, let's say in a month, let's say it generates 10 million cinder in a month. All right. So of that 10 million, 30% would come from me. All right.
Okay.
Now, the way it actually works, and I'm reading into this at the moment, the way it actually works is each cinder producing asset in the city generates a certain amount of cinder per minute. So it would generate, let's say, so one of the buildings generates 2.17 cinder a minute. All right. And generally I put 80 of those buildings into a city, which will generate, it's about 175 cinder per minute. All right. So let's round it up to 200 because that's our target. Okay. So 30% of that 200 cinder, which is 60, okay, would go 60 of that per minute cinder, 60 of that would come into my account, and 140 would go into your account.
Yes.
And that's how I believe it works. I haven't seen anything else to tell me otherwise, but that's fundamentally what it does.
So in this section where it says hours per
Yep.
month, what is this 24?
That's how many hours per month this contract is contracted for me to work on the city.
And then I would get to get a report to see if you're actually doing that.
At the moment, no, but that's the thing that I want. All right.
Yeah, to see what logged in hours you have as a mayor
Correct.
to show the node owners, hey, I have been building your
Yeah.
city.
Correct. It's
That makes sense.
like a check-in, like checking to confirm that the work's been done. Otherwise, what are you paying for?
Yeah, because if you ain't laying no eggs,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, you get
But
to the next one.
the
Okay.
flip side of that, I generally spend, especially in the beginning, I'll spend around about 30 hours in the first day or two to build the city.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So a lot of that will become negotiations at the point, because once it's built, it then becomes maintenance. Like I talked to you before, once it's built, it becomes a maintenance thing. So it then becomes, well, it's 5 hours once it's built. Is 5 hours enough a week?
Okay.
Or is it too little? Like, is it too much or too little? All right. And at the moment, we're
Okay.
still working out the numbers to make it viable for both parties.
Okay. So then cards found on shift,
Yep.
we'll split that by the revenue share. So
Yep.
30, 70.
Yep.
And then resources found on the shift while you're working would be split by the revenue.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see here. Okay. So I will send this and then it
Yep.
goes to you.
So now if you
Okay.
click on negotiations, so come down a bit on your mouse, come down.
I have to move you out. Oh, here we
There
go.
we go. There we
Negotiations
go.
right here in the
Yep.
middle.
And now you'll see that that's waiting for me to accept that. So what I'll do is,
Awesome. And you said by the 15th, so 4 more days, we will know if or um if he was or when he would be giving us the extra node.
yeah. So I'm just going to go in and accept. If you refresh your page and go back into broadcast, and then the mayor hall, and then my cities. Actually, yeah, click that one. And you can see that it's been accepted.
Accepted on the right. Awesome.
Yep.
That is amazing. Let me
And
push this down here.
And if you click on my cities, all right, you can see that I'm listed as your mayor there. All right. And you can end the contract if you want, if I've been a shit mayor. All right, not looking after my people,
You're fired.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. And just while we're in this one, can you just click on Lennox Kelly next to shop and play? Yeah. Right. So this is where you can currently see your account information. All right. If you scroll down further, keep coming down, keep coming down, keep coming down. If you have any friends that want to get involved, either as players or investors, this is your code for them, so that when they sign in, they can use that code. And then, yep, I normally just send them the code, but yeah, that's up to you. All right. And then if you scroll down, keep going, come below this all lines. That's all the nodes that are currently in the game.
That's my node here, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now this cash out vault. Okay. So this is probably the key thing for people that are not really going to get into the game, is the cash out vault. So you can see right now you've got 250,000 Cinder in your account. Once I build your city, this is one of the first places you'll check to see if you've got enough Cinder to withdraw. Okay. Now on I think you're on the top tier one, which means you can withdraw 3 times a month. But I'm going to show you something that you won't want to do that. All right. And I'll show you in a moment. All right.
You said why I won't want to do that?
Correct. I'll show you in a second.
Okay.
It'll all be explained in a moment. All right. So right now, the cash out system is not active. It's expected to go active by the 15th of this month. Once that happens, come in here,
Okay.
verify whatever payment you want. Okay. If you click on the drop down thing for PayPal,
Where's that at? Upper left-hand
just
corner,
just
right-hand corner?
just above where you are, slightly come down a bit. See that grey stripe going across the thing? No, you got your phone.
Yeah, PayPal right here. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Click that. That is your options for withdrawal.
Okay.
All right. I'll don't do anything now because it's not active. It'll be active. Should be active from the
Yes.
15th. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you see just a little bit below that, and I come down, you'll see
And what
Survivor.
section is this that we're in from the beginning? Oh,
This is
I clicked on my name, Linux.
from
Got
your
it.
name.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see Survivor
Okay.
access. Oh, actually, you got your account's gonna. I think needs to be updated. I think because you've only got one cash out per month.
One remaining this month.
Yeah. Well, you haven't used any, so it's only got one. So, all
Okay.
right. So what you're seeing here is the cash out function. Okay. So when you have enough cinder, so 500,000 is the minimum, you'll be able to cash out $100. However, if you come to the right to the 10 million cinder, you see you get a 20% bonus. All right. So
Okay.
my recommendation is most nodes.
20% on top of the 2,400.
No, it's 20% on top of 2,000. Because normally it's 500,000 divided whatever the number is. So if you divide 10 million by 500,000, it's two. It ends up being 20. 20 times 100 is 2,000. Okay, so 20% of what you would have got without the bonus would have been 2,400. Without the bonus is 2,000. Because the number
Okay,
is
got it.
500,000. So 10 million divided by 500,000 is 20 units. So 20 units times 100 is 2,000. And then if you do it this way in one transaction, you get an extra 20% on top.
Got it. So, okay. So I should only aim to, and of course, let's say if I'm doing, what is it? 500 cinder a day on average, that I can add, those numbers will add up then.
Correct.
Pretty quick then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So currently I've calculated if you're doing 200 cinder a day, it'll be about 5 weeks to reach 10 million. Because it's about 2,400,000 a week that it'll generate. Unless
From one node or two?
From one node.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously when you have two nodes, all right, these numbers will double.
So, and that when you say that 200 for one node, that's still minus the 30% split.
Yeah, that's not including that.
So if we include the split, the 70-30, it'd be 30% of the 200 then. I'm sorry, 70% of the 200.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yep.
minus
So
30%.
let me just do the maths on that quickly for you. Where's the calculator?
4,200 a month with one node. I'm sorry, cinder 4,200.
Yeah. So if we go 140, 60, 24, multiplied by 365, divide that by 12. 6,132,000 cinder a month.
Got it. So that's still like every 6 weeks,
Yeah.
you would get the 10 million.
Yeah.
And then I can pull that out and I'd have $2,400 every like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But then that would be me coming in here and paying attention to it. Now, let me ask you this.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing, go ask the question.
No, go ahead.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing is that because I'm going to be in this basically every day, I can notify the node owners when we're getting close to this 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because that'll be a trigger. That will be the trigger. And so what I'll do is send out everybody a notification when we're at that number, so that you can either wait for that, or you can go in and check it whenever you want, because at the end of the day, it's your call, it's your money, it's your node. But I think as a mayor, I should be, you're like I'm
Yeah,
the
we're
mayor
having meeting,
of a
checking meetings.
town,
Yeah.
and in a town, but you're the big boss that I answer to. So I should be reporting to
Yeah.
you on a regular basis about the performance and
Okay.
when these payouts are going to be available.
I like that. And then with this, we're only able to pull out, because of the position that I'll be in, 3 times a month. Is it set dates, or is it anytime, only 3 times a month?
I believe it's any time. So you could
Okay.
do 3 in a row. Like if I do, let's say I did $10 million, let's say you got $30 million in there, right? And you've only got 10 million per transaction that you can do. Then there's 3 lots of the 2,400.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Now, when I do get the second node that comes in, I would have to put that under contract with you as well too, this for the second node, right?
Yeah, each node needs
Because it's a new
separate
node.
it needs a separate contract. Yep.
Would you be able to handle that second node as well?
Yeah, because you're already a client.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's all right. Anytime.
Okay.
Any
So
other questions? I'm sure there's heaps.
no. So it's just so in my head. So here we are, the 15th of, let's just say August 15th. I have the second node, September 15th. Let's say by the end of next month, I should be able to pull out $2,400.
That would be the
Because
expectation.
it'd be
Yeah.
2 weeks. Let's say by October 1st or 5th. By then.
That's what I'd be expecting. Yeah. The only caveat I'm going to put into here is if Seth changes the system, or there's some sort of impact that causes a change in the production of the from the cities.
Okay. Okay.
The other thing, and I don't know, can you just scroll up a little bit? Stop. So see how it's got a reserve allowance there?
Where it says where? Reserved?
Yeah, so you're in the right row, just come to the right.
Okay, reserved allowance left.
Yeah, so at the moment, I do not know what impact that has on withdrawal. It's in this space, so it may have an impact on what can actually be withdrawn as well.
So that leads me to one of my next questions is, I pull the 10 million out, so therefore I can at least get this 20% bonus.
Yeah.
And then I say, hey, I have $2,400 here. Great Dragon, and my node is at level 1. I'm going to take $500 and put it back into the game.
Yep.
To level up my node. So therefore I can earn more cinder faster. And that 6-week period can condense down to maybe 4 weeks.
Correct. That's how I'm interpreting what's happening with the leveling up of the nodes. At the moment, I don't have a clear picture on what leveling up actually means, other than on the actual game, what it says is it triggers a planetary rush, which is when a whole bunch of, imagine like a planetary rush is like a comet has come down onto the land and exploded, and it's all these gems and gold and precious items have littered the battlefield. And so what will happen is that it'll be a multiplayer event, and players will come in and they'll try and battle for those resources. Now, that's all I'm reading in the information that's on the section about leveling the node's power. And so what happens then? What happens after the rush? You know, what happens to, I don't know what happens to the resources and in the game, whether there's an increase or not. So that's what I've got to find out. And
Okay.
obviously then
Okay.
that will weigh into what the mayors decide they want to do. All right. The way the system for leveling up a node, or the power of a node, is there's a field within the game where you can spend from $10 to $250, and for every $10 spent, you get 100 power. All right. So, for example, go from level 1 to level 2, you need 500 power. So you've got to spend $50 to do that. Now, at the moment, that can't be done on the website. It can only be done in the game. You know, so I'm going to ask Seth to actually put that
What's the
function.
difference between the game and the website?
Looks like the game is a subdomain of the website, all right, which makes it a separate entity, and you access that through the play button on the website.
Got it. Okay. And then, okay, because right now it would be cheaper to level up the nodes as quickly as possible.
And that assumes that leveling up actually increases resource production. I don't know if it does yet. I'm assuming it does, because what's the point of leveling up otherwise, from a node owner's perspective, other than to get these other resources? But that's a one-time event. And a node can only
Yeah.
level up to level 10. So you can do that event 10 times. All right. But that's, and what I expect is, so first level is 0 to 500. Okay. Now, I think leveling up through the grades will increase that 500 number, where it might be the next level you've got to get 750. The one after that, you've got to get 1,000 points in power for it to be able to level up. Okay. That's what I'm
Okay.
expecting it to do. If it doesn't, great. Then we've got a known value for each of the levels that it's going to cost you $50 per level, which is 500
Okay.
bucks, right? But I don't expect that to be the case.
Okay.
All right.
Makes
So
sense.
yeah. Yep. So
Perfect.
once, we're going to be able to make better decisions about those things once we have a better understanding of the leveling process and the level and what
Yeah.
the outcome is for the node from the power increase. And just in the
Yeah.
word power increase, because that's what's in the game, tells you that something's going to happen to the city that increases its power.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will open this and look around.
Oh, absolutely, mate.
I can't guarantee you I would play anything. Um, and if I do play something, like I would need to know what button not to press because I don't want to mess anything up. You know,
Yeah. All I
just don't
ask,
close the contract.
no, no, no. All I ask is don't go into the city. Let me build the city. If you get into the game and you're playing around in there, I lost your voice there for a second, mate. What was that?
Oh, I was saying I didn't say anything. I was like, I don't know what to do. I
Yeah.
just look around, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I've had a few people I've
Okay.
had to guide through looking around. And yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. So, but yeah, mate, I will need to get some resources for your city. As we've had this conversation, I'm going to fire off to Seth to throw some resources in there so I can start building your city, and we can go from there.
And then by the 15th, we should know where that second note is coming from. I'll put that one up for contract for you.
Yep.
And then make sure to set up um, the payout as well.
Correct.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. And I'm sure Seth is going to have some videos on all of that, because there'll be a
Okay.
whole bunch of questions around it.
Sounds good. And then I'll make sure to share my link with my people as well too.
Yeah. Sounds good.
James, I appreciate your help.
It's my pleasure, mate.
I
Glad to be able to help.
I am excited about this.
Beat drops slow. Beat drops slow.
Beat drops slow. Beat drops slow. Beat drops slow. Beat drops slow. Beat drops slow. You about to know now the clock is ticking. Your territory empty, rivals picking. You need someone sharp to hold the line, a mayor who knows how to read the signs. Scrolls on the desk, the map is live. You delegate or you don't survive. This ain't a game, you run alone. Every kingdom needs someone on the throne. Pick right or watch your nose go cold. This is how the real ones take control. You know your mayor, your rules, your reign. Step into the kingdom, stake your claim. The board is set, the pieces know your name. Professional mayors don't play games. You know your mayor, your rules, your reign. Step into the kingdom, stake your claim. The board is set, the pieces know your name. Professional mayors don't play games. Traitors at the gate, factions watching close. The know that sleeps is the one that loses most. Your mayor moves while you're building up. Signs the deals, keep the rivals stuck. Strategy first, every move is red. A kingdom without order ends up dead. Same the game, you run alone. Every kingdom needs someone on the throne. Pick right or watch your know to go cold. This is how the real ones take control. You know your mayor, your rules, your reign. Step into the kingdom, stake your claim. The board is set, the pieces know your name. Professional mayors don't play games. You know your mayor, your rules, your reign. Step into the kingdom, stake your claim. The board is set, the pieces know your name. Professional mayors don't play games. Not everyone deserves the seat. Not everyone can handle the heat. You built this from nothing, protect what you made. Choose the wrong mayor and watch it all fade. You know your mayor, your rules, your reign. Step into the